Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week we're continuing on the Darkpsy theme that we started last week, only it is on Vital. So this is what we will be creating, or something similar. So that really high, bubbly, typical Darkpsy kind of lead. So let's get started. So the first thing to do obviously is open up an init patch on Vital. Conceptually, the patch is quite the same. We want to modulate the pitch via an LFO. So on LFO 1, drag that up to the pitch and then max that all the way out. We have this, which has probably busted your eardrums by now because it's so high pitched. Let's take that down a bit. Let's try 12, maybe 24. Getting there. Turn off the smooth. Now we can take that up to, like in the last one, we can go to 1/64th and see how that sounds. So instantly we're almost there. Like I showed in the last video, we can use seconds and then tune this according to the track pitch. So if we look at our note frequency chart again, this track is in E, so we need 41.2. So we can go to theorem, enter value 0.412. This is how it sounds now. However, by doing that, we're now locked in to E for this patch. So it's not really flexible, as I said in the last video. But Vital allows for the key tracking of LFOs. So now if we play this back, we now have a LFO in tune that can be keyboard tracked. So let's play this back. So it's a super cool feature that Vital has. I really love this. It makes this kind of patch just so much more flexible. So now we have the basic premise setup. Let's now change to basic shapes. So I find it much cleaner using a sign. Let's assign the wavetable to note on random. We don't want it going all the way. We don't want to hit those squares. So let's stop it about here. We can now add some modulation with one of these morph modes. I quite like the shepherd's tone for this. We turn this down to 0 and then max the modulation or the depth up. Then we can put on the wave morph. So we had before the spectral morph, and now we have the wave morph on random 1. This one, let's do sync. Let's change that to bipolar though. We can go sample and hold. Change that to 1/, let's try 1/8. One over 2 sounds about right, I think. Let's turn the decay down a bit. Maybe the attack. Let me try and tame some of those peaks. So just put a soft clip on. Cut the lows, so blend. Bit of compression to also tame it. Maybe a bit of phaser also. I still think it's a bit too static between the notes, so let's add a bit more modulation or variation, shall we say. To do that, we're going to use random 2. Let's choose random 2, and we're going to modulate the power or the depth of modulation slot 1. So in this case, oscillator 1 transpose. As you will see, we won't need much of that because a little goes a very long way. Let's have a listen. See, already it's way too much. So what we can do is we can back this one down. Let's keep it there. And then the power we can just take to about 1.5, shall we say 1.6. Maybe put that on note on random. So now let's listen in context with the kick and bass. So it works quite well, I think. Obviously you can play around with these modes here. It's really quite a nice, bubbly, drivey sound that I've not used any of the filters. I've kept all the high energy present. We don't want to dull that too much because that's what gives it its character. And then you can just play around with some of the depth of the modulations to suit it to your track. But the benefit of this method over the Serum one is that because the LFO is key tracked, then it is plug and play in other projects. So I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.